guys, welcome back to a new episode of Team Talks Haven. Today's episode is going to be a quick episode, but it's going to be about Black History Month, and to celebrate it, we're going to do a ancestry DNA results reveal. We did this a while ago in December, early December, and we got our results back recently. So I'm here with my mom.
Hi guys.
What's your name?
Casey.
Okay, it's my mom, Casey. And I'm just going to ask her a few questions, and we're going to talk about our heritage and what my results were. So, Mom, what do you want them to know about you? Or where are you from?
So from my knowledge, because I'm pretty much in the same mind frame that you're in terms of wanting to know more about where we come from. And I know that most of my family originates from Atlantic City. I was born and raised in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of family that originate from that area, Philadelphia, the DMV area, and New Jersey, in the tri-state area.
Right.
I don't really know too much. I don't really know too much myself.
Okay. So we're going to use Ancestry just to learn a little bit more about us. I know one of my questions was, would you be interested in taking your own ancestry test?
I wasn't before, but seeing yours and seeing how it's interesting, how it's linked to other people, you get to kind of learn a little bit more. I'm definitely open to it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely open to doing it.
Okay, good. So for my DNA, I found 16% Nigeria. That's what. So it says 16% Nigerian. It says 11% from the Ivory Coast of Ghana, 10% England and Northwestern Europe. I'm gonna have a little clip of a smidget of what the DNA the results say. But yeah. So
it looks like you got a little bit of everything. You got 6% Scotland, England, Northwestern, and European, which I'm not really positive probably until I do mine, but I'm almost sure that comes from your dad.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you got a pretty good mixture of both of us. I'm not sure where any of this comes from.
Right.
The Ireland part of it, you keep saying that's me, but I don't know. I really don't know. So that's the part that why I am a little bit more curious now to maybe do my own test to see where do I add up in that.
Right. So when I was going through it, I was wondering, I know you just said that you didn't know, but could you take a guess or prediction of what parent you think you would when you view the breakdown? So
okay. So you and I have previously done this before, and I think I chose what parent did I choose? The one that was from Ireland. I feel like the one who had some 3% Ireland in them.
But there was another one that was North American Ireland one.
And the indigenous Americans, I know my grandmother is Cherokee Indian, and she clearly, you can see her in her photos, she looks Native American. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know. I'm really lost because I don't know which parent I would be, because your father has a lot of similarities in his bloodline too, but I know for a fact that, or I would think, I'm assuming that the European comes from him. Your father has blue eyes. He has, I don't know. He has more features that are European.
Right.
As opposed to mine. So I'm not sure. It's interesting.
Okay. And were you surprised to see anything on the chart that was
Ireland?
Ireland.
Only because the joke. My name is Casey. It's an Irish name.
Right.
Right. We always made jokes with my mother. My birthday is the day before Irish holiday.
Right.
So St. Patrick's Day. My birthday is the day before that.
Mm-hmm.
And we always joked with my mother to say, well, just something you want to tell me? Is my father Irish? So to see that and to think that I could possibly be the parent from Ireland or have some type of
that's funny
ancestry from Ireland is that I didn't expect to see that.
Right.
To be honest with you, when you told me that you was taking this, I knew that you would probably have some European in you because of your dad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect the Scotland part of it. I didn't.
It's funny because Sky is a Scottish name too.
Right. So I didn't expect that, and I didn't expect. There was another one that was up here. Let me see.
You want to go to the original?
Yeah, go to the original one. Ireland and something else. I want to say maybe Northern Africa. I didn't know.
It was like 1% though.
Yeah, and that kind of threw me off. But yeah.
Okay. Well, so like we don't know much about our family's history, but what do you know about your parents? Like,
so again, her mom was you can clearly look at her and tell that she was Native American.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, my biological father, I don't really know too much, and that's why I'm a little uneducated when it comes to it, because he was adopted, and so he doesn't really know too much. And so the family that we did recognize as family and we acknowledge as family are not his biological people.
Right.
So I'm not sure. A lot of the family that we do know that he does have some family members that he knows for whatever reason, because they all are in the same town from Atlantic City. But I've always been told that we had like the island in us and Barbadians, and that he said that his mother or his grandmother was Barbadian, and that he had family from Trinidad. And so I don't know exactly how true that is, because him being adopted, right. I don't know if he was lied to, or if he even knows some of these people that he thinks is his biological family and they're not.
Right.
So I really don't know until maybe I do one of these tests and make him do one too. Maybe that'll be something we'll do and make him have to take one.
That would be fun.
Yeah. And so we probably get a little bit more answers.
Right, and if you took your own, then you would definitely have more, because kids don't always have like everything that their parents get. Right. So you probably will have more shown on your.
Well, if I make him take one, I'm gonna make my mother take one too.
Yeah, I want to see what. She got that white nose.
Yeah, my mother has European features a little bit too, so I'm not sure. Maybe she's the Ireland person.
But okay, so what would you okay, you know how on Ancestry, how they have like the matches, so people can text you and contact you?
Yeah.
I've had like one person do that, and he was like he was old, he was aged, he was like around his 80s. He said he was from Virginia.
And he was up there?
Yeah, he was a Williams. It was something Williams. I don't want to put his full name out there, but he said he was from West Virginia, and some of his family originated from like Rhode Island, Massachusetts, but a little bit of like North Carolina.
My grandmother, my mother's mother, had come from I want to say Greensboro, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. But then my mother's father lived in North Carolina as well. He originated from there too. So I'm not really sure. At this point, I want to say that they could be anywhere. The only family that I acknowledge and know is the ones from tri-state area, the DMV area, and that's it. Mm. But I don't even know the people down south.
Right.
I don't even know that my mom knows any of them. My mom lost her mother when they were fairly young. She was 11 years old when her mom passed, so they didn't get the opportunity to kind of know her family.
Right.
Versus knowing my grandfather's family. They grew up with him. He raised them. So it's very likely that, that may be a relative.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What did he say to you? What did the guy say to you?
Oh, he was just like, he didn't say much. He was just asking, he just stated all his information. He was just saying like, oh, I'm from here. I know some of my family, like the Williams people, they go from Rhode Island, Massachusetts. I actually have the message.
So the Williams name originated from my grandfather. Mm-hmm. My mother, her maiden name was Moore. So, he may be a relative. I mean, if my grandfather was still alive, Pop-Pop would have been 100.
He sent me his
this year.
Really?
He would have been 100. My grandmother and my grandfather had a big age difference. So my grandmother would have celebrated her. Oh gosh, they would have been old. Ooh. She would have celebrated her 90th, I think. And I think my grandfather would have been over 100 at this point. Yeah. Because he had her by like a good 12 years or something like that. Mm. But his name was the Williams. That's how we got that Williams name.
He says that he has family. Like he told me, he listed all his grandparents, his mom, his dad, and I thought that was interesting.
That's very interesting. Maybe these are people that we can probably look up. I know that, I don't know why Virginia is sticking out to me, and I feel like maybe, his name is Orlando Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe, I don't know why it's sticking out to me. Maybe something in Virginia is resonating with me. I don't know. I gotta ask my mom.
Okay. Would you, so if you did get a match.
He says he was born in Florida.
Was he?
He lived in Virginia for 55 years, but he was born in Florida. So I don't know. His family has migrated. He seems to have a lot of knowledge about his history.
Right.
So who knows how far down the line he would actually, if he is a relative, how distant of a relative he would be.
Right. Yeah.
That's nice to know.
Mm-hmm. So if we do your ancestry, would you be interested in meeting your matches? Like, would you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I would want to make sure and confirm that we are actually related. I don't want
movie stuff.
Lifetime movies waiting to happen. No, right. I don't want none of that. But I would definitely be interested in kind of connecting with people and kind of knowing more where they come from, how we connect, Yeah. And we, I want to say me being an only child, I don't have much family that I'm close to. So I feel like, yeah, I would definitely be open to knowing more. Right. And connecting with more people.
Okay. Well, Mom,
that's all you got?
Those were all the questions I had, but...
Oh, man, I thought you had more. Okay.
Well, if you have any other information you'd like to share, you could always just...
Yeah. I'm all out.
Well, I was excited to see a lot about my DNA because I didn't know what to expect. I feel like we had a little bit of information, but we weren't sure what was true, not true, but you didn't know. And right. So I thought it was interesting to find out what we were given.
So you feel like you have a little bit more clarity on your own identity?
Yeah. So that was cool. And I still want to research all the places that were showing up there because I never a lot of them was in Africa, but I never heard of those places. So I want to break down
where Mali you don't know much about, right?
Yeah. So I would like to research stuff about that. Yeah.
So let me ask you. You did Ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference between the 23andMe and the Ancestry.com?
I heard that the 23andMe breaks down health stuff too, so it tells you possibly diseases or something
and different ailments that people in your family may have been connected to and carried.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for example, if you had the sickle cell trait, it would be able to link you with other people that
right and
potentially had that in your family.
Yeah, and I guess it would tell you if you had any of that in your bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think
that would be something interesting to do too.
You should definitely try that. Or I don't know if they would come back with different results because I know Ancestry they do come back a few. I know my friend Naomi, she had so much of the same her DNA results were identical to mine.
Right.
And
really?
Yeah, it was really but she's not popped up. She hasn't popped up on my matches or anything, but she still had family from the same places or where her family originated from.
And the same percentages?
Yeah. Well, it's close to the same percentages. Mm-hmm. She had a little bit more or a little bit less sometimes.
Right.
But I thought that was interesting. But I don't know. I feel like Ancestry, they update their stuff. She was telling me how they update their
well, they probably it evolves and they improve it a little bit more which is kind of scary, but I mean it's amazing. I just want to know that it's accurate. I think I've probably never been interested in doing it before because I was how do they know? And a lot of that is ignorance because I really didn't know and understand how do you link me to this person? How do you know that, for example, I'm related to Orlando? How do you know? That's not true. Do they take a blood sample? Or are they doing this? I just was ignorant to the fact. Excuse me, Chase. I was ignorant to.
Excuse me, Mama.
Chase is my little brother.
Say hi. Since you over here.
Go ahead, just say hi, boo.
Okay, well, he's a strange one.
It's a Gemini trait.
But for a long time, I think I was ignorant about it. I really didn't know what exactly what it entailed.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at yours, I was a little bit more educated about it. I was like, oh, this is dope. you really do connect with live people on there. You get to see
Right.
their family trees. And it was so funny that you remember the night that you showed me, I ended up seeing that you were actually related to somebody that I grew up with in my childhood. So her and I connected and talked about it because she explained what her journey was with trying to find out who her family was. And it was just really interesting to see that.
And we knew her.
That we knew her. And I have grown up with her pretty much since I was like 9-10 years old and had never even looked at. And the funny thing is, when we were younger, we called each other cousins.
Right.
Knowing that we weren't. And the possibility is that we probably could really be cousins. So that was weird. That was different. I think it's interesting. I just want to make sure that it's accurate.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to be meeting people that
say that your family. I mean, if it was a celebrity, we find out we're related to Beyonce. You know, who knows?
I'm claiming it.
Me too.
Yeah. All of them.
Yeah, but it was nice to have you on the Teen Talks Haven.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So this is the end of our mini episode, but it was nice to have my mom appear as a guest. And if I have any more information about my ancestry that pops up here, or like new DNA that comes up, then I'll let you know.
Hi, I'm Janae, and we're here with my mom. Mommy, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Janae's mom, Kenya. How you doing?
And welcome to another episode of Teens Talks Haven. This is a part of our little mini series where we talk to our parents about the ancestry test that we did a couple months back, which is perfect to do now. So, Mom, are you ready for these questions?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, my ancestry, it says that I'm mainly Nigerian. Did you know this, or was this a surprise to you?
I mean, that kind of was a surprise to me. You know, I didn't know that, to be honest.
So, who do you think we get most of that Nigerian side from? Grandpa or Mom?
Yeah, my dad's side.
Okay, cool. It also says most of our family's from like California as well. So that's pretty awesome. I also remember great grandma used to live somewhere in California or something.
I'm sorry, Ma, I didn't hear you.
I said I think I remember saying how great grandma was from California or something.
Oh, she wasn't from California. I think she spent a lot of her childhood years there, but she wasn't from there.
So, is it possible we would have family members out there, though?
I mean, it could be possible. Anything is possible, right?
True. Now, it also says I am Sweden and Denmark, which is very weird. I'm 3% of that. Did you have an idea of that being part of our DNA, or?
I mean, when you told me about that, it could have been, like I said, on my dad's side, your grandfather's side. You know, there's a lot of different nationalities going on over there.
So, all this DNA, I can blame on Grandpa.
Yeah, basically. Basically.
So, my main question is, did any of the stuff I showed you before, if you can remember, was it something you expected or something you were extremely surprised about?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was very surprised about it.
So, I have another question. If we were to do this test with you, would you think there'd probably be some changes because some stuff I have is from my dad and from you? So would you think yours would be more of a wide variety, or would it be completely the same?
I think it probably would be maybe a little different because I think I have more of my mom's side than my dad.
So grandma has more of the dominant gene than grandpa.
Yeah, in that case.
Cool. I bet if I told her this, she would be dying of laughter.
Yeah, she probably would. She probably would agree with me, though.
I have some other questions that might not be on this specific topic, but if you were to see yourself in about 5 to 10 years, what would your main goal be for your children?
Is to be very well educated, good jobs, nice homes, and just making sure you guys are very well grounded as far as knowing where you're supposed to be in life. I would want you guys to always keep the things that I've taught you in your mind. Always work hard so you can always have everything that you need, and always be your best.
Yeah. Well, I know that you're a very strong Black woman, and I'm very proud to be your daughter. And
thank you. I'm very proud to be your mom.
I also have a question about when you're my age, what would you say you envisioned your life to be?
Well, when I was your age, I wanted to go to college and, be a doctor. That was always my thing. But then I found out how long you had to go to school to be a doctor. So I was like, it's not. But as I've been in the medical field for a long time, and things of that nature. But at your age, you got to remember, I had your brother I was already a mom at your age, you know. I still finished school, thank God, and, that I did, but, and went back and finished again. So, I would say that I didn't envision myself to be a mom at your age,
Mhm.
but, going to college, and furthering my education.
Well, at least you did technically accomplish that goal because you did go back to school, and
Yeah.
which is somewhat like college, and got more educated on the medical field. So, in some way, you kind of accomplished your dreams in my eyes, I would say.
Well, thank you, daughter. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me.
Yes, I'm happy it does.
Well, I just want to point out, if I can, that you're amazing as well, and I'm glad that you are accomplishing everything that you want to do. I'm excited for you to go to college, sad at the same time, but I'm very excited, and I just want you to keep pushing and doing what you're doing, because you're very bright and you got it. You can do it.
Thank you, Mommy.
And thanks for being an awesome daughter, because you're amazing.
I would also like to point out to anybody listening, yes, I still call my mother Mommy. There is nothing wrong with that. I will call her that till I will not be able to anymore.
Yeah, she does.
So, when I look at my ancestry, I will say a lot of it is in Africa. We do have a lot of deep roots from there. We also do have deep roots in Europe. I can also see. Any explanation for that, Mom?
No. You're throwing these questions at me. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you that. I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
Well, I could say the Nigerian and the Italian could probably explain why you're a good cook.
Well, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. That and your grandmother.
That too.
Yeah.
Oh, and great, because she makes the best cakes and pies.
Yeah, she does. She really does. She does. Well, I'm really glad that you picked me to come up here today. It was,
Well, there's nobody
nice
else I would
experience.
want to talk to about my heritage and about what they would envision for their kids, because I do know that even before I was born, you worked very hard to do your best for all of us, and each one of us appreciates it. Even if certain people don't show it as much as they should, we definitely do appreciate everything you've done for us.
Yes, and I really appreciate you, Princess. Well, Janae. Sorry, should I say? I'm sorry. I call her Princess. But I really appreciate that, and I'm glad that you see that and you know that, so you can carry that on when you have children, and always do your best for your children, and try to make sure that they are very well grounded and they have morals, you know.
Yeah, I'm very happy and very grateful for all the things you've instilled in me, like being a very independent woman. I know that I normally don't like asking for help, and I can say it can be my downfall sometimes, but it's mainly because I've known you to not ask for help as much as you've done well on your own most of the time. So I've always wanted to make sure I do the same.
I know, and I kind of think that I really don't want you to be that way, because it's not bad to ask for help. As I've learned growing on later on in life, that's not a bad thing. But you got to remember, I had kids young, and it was just us. I didn't really have anybody there to help me out, and I didn't have too many resources like there are now. So, I had to do what I had to do, to make sure my children were okay, and that's where the strength came from.
Yeah,
You
I
guys.
really think you did an amazing job, because all of us, even though we all don't normally ask for help as much, when we do, you definitely do provide it if you can. And
Hmm.
I feel as though we can all really make it on our own, just because you've prepared us for the world well enough. Even
Yeah.
though there are things you try to shield us from, because as young kids and as young Black men, for my brothers, it's very difficult out in the world. And I do know that you've tried your best to let us understand that there are certain things we got to do a little bit better than others.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you're very bright and smart, so I knew that you would get it. Yeah. So, but it's a challenge.
Yeah. I also have another question.
Yes.
I walk across the graduation stage. How will you feel? Like, I've known you say you'll cry and everything, but what are your deepest feelings about it?
Without crying.
Yeah, please without crying.
um. Oh. Um. uh, For me, it's going to be a sense of a relief, right? Because as we know, your brothers, they didn't complete, unfortunately. You know, not to put them on blast, sorry guys, but but you are going to be my first child to graduate, and it's going to be a joy for me to watch you walk across the stage, and for you to have that diploma in your hand. It's going to be so much to me, because you accomplished your goal. You did something that you wanted to do and you completed it, and I'm going to be so very, very proud of you. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And oh God, I have other questions. What are they? Completely forgot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I get this from forgetness from you. Oh God.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, I say 1,000 times I could blame you for a lot of this stuff that I do, because I picked up these
Blame
habits
me.
from
I get blamed for a lot of things.
you. But I'm grateful for the good things, I promise.
That's it. That's good. That's good.
um, but yeah. Oh, I kind of want to put out this surprise. I was gonna tell you when you like we're home, but I'll say it now. I've now been accepted to 4 colleges, not just 3, 4.
Oh, what's the other one?
UConn accepted me. Yay!
Oh my God. Oh
Happy
man.
here.
I'm
Please
so
don't
proud
cry.
of you, girl. Oh, princess, that is amazing. I'm so proud of you. Wow. I will express myself face to face.
Yeah, I think I've mainly been able to accomplish all the things I've accomplished because I've had a strong mother by my side throughout everything. And as a young girl, without any other like people to follow or people to show me my way, you're the only person I think that I've seen accomplish her goals, which pushed me to accomplish mine and which pushed me to have my own goals. So I'm very grateful and very, very thankful for all of that. And I love you so much, deeply.
I
Truly.
love you so very much, and I really, really thank you for letting me come on here. And I appreciate you.
Well, I mean,
And I love
any other
you.
time you want to come up here, you could definitely come up here. If any of the times we're with Sky or Jose, you could definitely join if you want to.
Okay. Well, I'm always open to the invite.
Yes. Well,
All right.
I believe that's all the questions I have today.
All right. Well, it was my pleasure. Having you doing me a little interview.
Well, it was my pleasure to do the interview. And I hope everybody who's watching likes up this video. And in the comments, if you can, put out who's your strongest backbone or who's your hero or who inspires you the most. It'd be awesome to put that out there on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
My name's Jose, and welcome to Teen Talks Haven. And today we'll be talking about, this is our ancestry episode. You're going to see Janae's point of view and Sky's. Well, this is my point of view, and this is my mother. You know. Hi. And I'm just going to ask her some questions because, I know a lot of this, like where we from, I think we got wrong, and she's gonna be surprised. And the last one's really interesting. So let's get into it. I'll say, okay. It's weird because I'm talking to myself. I ain't got nobody to, I don't have Janae or Scott to bounce back from. Okay. Entonces, una pregunta. Tú sabes que mi percentage, que yo soy mayoría de Portugal y España. Sí, salieron en los resultados, los resultados que yo soy mayoría de Spain y Portugal, ¿sabes eso? Y entonces una pregunta de eso. ¿Tú sabías eso?
¿Tú me lo habías comentado?
Pero antes de eso, ¿tú lo sabías? Antes de eso, ok. No. Y salió que no somos de Uruguay o de South America, somos de España, no somos de ahí, tú eres de España, Portugal y otros lugares. Yo también tengo, el 22% Portugal, 20% España, 17% puertorriqueño y indígena.
Indígena.
Well, native Puerto Rican. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Anyways, 7% de Senegal, 4% de Benin and Togo, y 4% europeo. Somos de European.
Europeo. Europeos.
Yes. So, y hay otras cosas, pero... Anyways. Oopsie daisy. Don't mind that. Let me just...
Silencialo.
Está vibrando. So, ¿cómo tú creyeras como fuera tu vida si te como vamos a ser tu ancestro, se quedaran en España? O como en Portugal. Porque también son todos tuyos.
¿Cómo sería mi vida?
¿Cómo tú crees que fuera tu vida?
Ni idea.
Pues entonces no, mamá. Piensa.
No sé.
Piensa.
¿Cómo sería mi vida? Pues, no sé.
Piensa. Dile algo. Diferente. ¿Qué fuera diferente?
Bueno, el idioma fuera diferente,
España.
pero nene, Portugal.
Sí, pero te digo.
Pero España, Portugal.
Portugal es.
Le dijiste Portugal.
Oye,
Ellos hablan brasileño.
ellos hablan portugués.
Portugués, exacto. Pues ellos tienen su idioma.
Ni que
Nosotros tenemos el de
brasileña. Anyways. ¿Y qué tal si se nos quedáramos blancos del urbano? ¿Cómo tú creyeras que fuera la vida allá? Porque ahí es diferente.
Sí, bastante.
Pero,
La costumbre, todo.
ok, que fuera diferente. ¿Qué fuera diferente?
La comida,
No.
la educación.
Pero, ¿cómo tú creyeras cómo fueron las cosas si tú crecer ahí? ¿Qué tú creyeras que fuera diferente? Como, que tuvieras diferente? Como que hay tu ficción, una de tus ficciones y dime cómo fuera.
Bueno, aprendería un idioma diferente, una cultura diferente, trabajo diferente, un ambiente diferente.
Okay, sure, whatever. Anyways,
No sé.
¿y qué fueron una cosa lo que tú sabes ahora? Porque, como tú sabes, you were raised in Puerto Rico, ¿verdad? Que tú te creciste en Puerto Rico.
Sí, exacto.
So, ¿qué fueron una cosa que tú no te gustara aprender si para si para uno de tus países, como que a ti no te gustara aprender una cosa de Puerto Rico, que fuera?
Que no me gustaría perder. Las raíces, nuestras raíces como cultura.
Okay. ¿Y qué tal? ¿Tú crees? Como yo lo veo, es que tú estuvieras en como que yo probablemente no naciera así, tú no, sí, ¿sabes?
¿Por qué?
Okay, if I no estuviera ahí. That's not how it works. It's two people make one, not only one. Son dos personas que hacen una persona, ¿verdad?
Exacto.
Si fuera otra persona, fuera yo para
Ay, gracias.
That's science, but okay. Let's see. ¿Te gustaría mejor si tú estuvieras en uno de estos países? En vez de aquí. Digo, como en vez de Puerto Rico.
En vez de Puerto Rico. Fíjate, sí me gustaría.
Mejor, okay, ¿por qué?
Bueno, no que mejor, no sé, porque nunca he estado ahí para decir si es mejor, pero me gustaría experimentar. Nunca sabes.
Pero si nacieras ahí
O si naciera ahí, que
y te quedaras ahí hasta que,
muriera.
no, hasta que tú te fueras, cuando tú quisieras irte, como a América o lo que sea.
Como yo que hice de Puerto Rico, vine para Estados Unidos. Pues fíjate, si hiciera eso, pues y me gustara, pues me quedara allá. Pero si no.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of some good questions. Okay. Pues de lo que tú sabes, como no salió que no somos de Portugal, ¿cómo tú te sientes de eso? Que no somos Portugal. O Uruguay, lo que digo, Uruguay, no sé lo que está diciendo.
Ajá, uruguaya. Yo no sé porque me dijeron que mi papá era que yo era uruguaya porque mi papá es nacido y criado allá.
Ajá.
¿Verdad?
¿Nacida?
Sí, porque él nació, él conoció a mi mamá en un viaje que vino, que dio a Puerto Rico.
Si no era de Uruguay, ¿por qué? ¿Saben?
Pues no sé.
Ahora no saben, ¿viste? Y también como que somos bien blancos. Técnicamente,
Bueno,
si
tú eres
si,
bien blanco.
si pones todas las matemáticas, pues nosotros tenemos más hispano blanco.
Ajá.
Y yo creo que eso yo lo cogí de ti. Que, ¿sabes? Esto, 42%, eso es como más de, eso es casi 50 y con el 4, eso que 56% o más es blanco. Oh, y 1% judío. Sí,
Ajá.
es 57. Exactamente. I'm basically white skin. But not, but Hispanically white, or whatever they want. Ah, y también tenemos de Togo, que una isla en África, como un
Togo.
No, una isla, pero un lugar en África.
Ajá.
Es en Senegal. What's Sengo? I don't know. But I know it's something. Somewhere. Un país allá.
Ok, nunca lo había escuchado.
So, y vamos a ver. Y que una cultura, vamos a decir esto, porque tú sabes más cosas de Puerto Rico, que es una tradición de Puerto Rico que a ti te gusta.
Bueno, una tradición de Puerto Rico que me gusta, las Navidades. Pero, sí, ok, mira, es que los tiempos han cambiado, ya no era como antes.
Okay, ¿cómo era antes?
Bueno, antes, cuando yo era pequeña, a veces se reunían todas las familias.
Y creo que te lo viejo.
Se reunían las familias, cerraban las calles, hacían una comida entre todos los vecinos, se disfrutaba. No es como ahora, que ahora cada cual está por su lado, ya no comparten, ya no, nada.
Because you're far away. Porque ¿quién va a venir a Connecticut? Nobody. I wouldn't even come here.
Chico, tú no entiendes, sea aquí donde sea, ya las cosas no son como antes, las Navidades antes eran más coloridas, ya como que todo ya...
Porque la cosa estaba más cerca. Vean.
¿De qué tú hablas, nene? Ay, no puedo contigo.
Es que tú tienes
¿De qué tú hablas?
¿Qué Navidad? Conmigo y mal.
Pero de qué... Yo no estoy hablando de esto, estoy hablando de las tradiciones, que ya las tradiciones ya se han ido olvidando.
¿Cuál era la tradición?
¿Entiendes? Ya no dan parranda como daban antes, en los campos, pero te estoy, bueno...
¿Dónde tú estás? ¿Dónde tú estás?
En Estados Unidos.
¿De dónde era eso?
Puerto Rico.
Ok, eso queda diferencia.
Porque ahora estoy acá y allá.
Ok, viste eso. Anyways, I know, she's saying that basically traditions changed for her. I was like, oh, I don't know what she means because I've always had like that American Christmas, I guess, and she's had more like she's saying that in PR basically they like close the streets and they have parades and stuff like that. I mean, but I'm telling her the difference is she moved. And I mean that's interesting because we don't just close the street and we do parades. I mean, I guess we might have some parades, but it's not really like, you know, like for Connecticut, we're having the St. Patrick's Day parade soon. That's one we're gonna have, but we really don't do it for Christmas, you know. Podría decir los tres reyes, otra cosa que sobre Puerto Rico.
Los tres reyes aquí eso no se celebra.
¿Y por qué tú crees que ese es importante? Ese holiday importante.
Bueno, porque yo no sé por qué ponen, no sé, los reyes, porque es el día que nació Dios.
Amén. Es el día de Christmas.
Jesús.
Christmas, el día 25 es cuando nació Jesús y después los tres reyes llegaron ese día. Aunque nos regaló, ¿viste? Wrong.
Pues se tardaron 6 días en llegar.
Sí.
25.
¿Se tardaron 6 días?
No.
¿Cuántos se tardaron?
12.
So she does not know her months either. Oh, wow.
Ay, qué sé yo.
Bueno,
la pregunta.
25, 26, 27.
18, 19.
Okay.
Mira, no te puse a pensar, ¿verdad? ¿Viste?
Diciembre va a 31.
Mira, es diciembre. Ok, los reyes el 6 de enero.
Pero no el día. Dije 12. Tú dijiste 12.
Porque 25, 26, 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ¿ves?
It's 9. What are you talking about?
9, 25, 26.
25, 20. Mira, 25 no cuenta. Porque es el día.
Pues por eso
26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31.
1,
2, 3. It's 9.
5, 6, es el 6 de diciembre.
It's on the 6th. Oh.
Claro, nene, pues eso es el
Imagínate.
12. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Tú no sabes ni el día de Reyes? Ya.
Never mind, I'm wrong.
Ah.
Bueno, que son una cosa que...
¿Cómo tú vas a olvidar algo tan importante?
I only care about
Porque
the
tú eres
presents.
puertorriqueño.
I only care about the presents. Like,
Right.
if I get more presents on that day,
Te vas a
I can
dar
eat.
veces fuiste a buscar los regalitos ahí en el morro.
I mean, I don't know what else to ask. So, I know Janae and Scott have other things to say. So, I mean, we can head to them, right?